Alright, well, got quite an update here. I think last time you saw me, I was leaving Knoxville, headed to South Carolina. Well, as it turns out, forgot to put the phone on the charge last night. Not last night, but 2 nights ago. And so I only had about 50% when I left Knoxville. Or maybe 75, I can't remember. Anyway, whatever it wasn't enough to last me. Actually, it lasted just long enough, really. I was listening to podcasts the entire time, or music the entire time on my drive through. So, man, I actually listened to a lot of good stuff. The new season of Startup started. That was good. Listen to that. Listened to a couple A16Zs, which got me listening to more cryptocurrency, Bitcoin related ones. So I looked up a few. There's one called Bitcoin Uncensored, which is pretty awesome. Guy's got some interesting opinions on Bitcoin and other altcoins. So I'll probably follow that more. Anyways, really that was just it was a decent trip. It was a fine drive out here. But, I was running on 10% when I got to Charleston. I'm in South Carolina. Well, at that point, it was last me just enough to kind of find my way around and figure out where the wedding was. But then it died. So luckily I did know where to go without my phone. But here's the funny part. So there must have been like 4 weddings today in this same area-ish. So the first one was the one I went to was at this place called Magnolia Plantation and Gardens. Well, there's another one right down the street, Reinhardt something Gardens. Well, all I saw was the sign that said wedding. So I drove down. It was this long driveway, parked. The lady didn't ask. She was just like, you can go park around the corner. I'm like, great. I literally drove and parked. I wasn't totally dressed, so I put my tie on, got all dappered up, and I straight up walked in. It was outside, so didn't walk into the wedding, but there was 50 people there, 175 people there. And the wedding started at 6, or it says it started at 6, and it was only 5:15. I was like, wow, I'm late. Walked up, started looking at the presents. Said, congratulations, Cindy and Ryan. I was like, okay, I think I'm at the wrong wedding. So then, turned around, got in my car, drove away. Actually, I think it was one of the wedding planners was kind of guiding the traffic. So when I was driving back through, I said, yeah, so is there another wedding around here somewhere? Or, as it turns out, it was a different entrance, or it's a different gardens area. Anyways, I went to the correct place. And then when I got there, they're like, well, which wedding are you here for? Oh, great. So there's 2 weddings, or multiple weddings at this one location. Anyways, I did find it. They told me where to park and walked around. And as it turns out, it was about 5:25, and I was still super early for that. But it was a fantastic place. Awesome. Venue. Yeah, right next to the lake. Bunch of boaters going by. The marsh, I guess. Not really a lake. Marsh, yes. And then hung out for a bit. Met some people. The ceremony started about 6:05. The ceremony was done fairly quickly. And then we just hung out, ate. Yeah, it was actually super good. Met a lot of family. That was awesome. Made a lot of new friends. Had dinner. Great dinner. Hung out. Left around a little bit of dancing. Left around 11. Now here's the interesting part. So, I thought about this earlier, and if this ever comes out, if this ever comes out later, it'll probably start a scandal. So, probably shouldn't be talking about this, but, you know. Anyways, the original plan was to do couch surfing tonight, or last night, but a couple weeks ago I emailed this guy who lives on his sailboat in Charleston. Well, he got back to me at the beginning of the week, I think, or at the end of last week. Said he was about to leave, so he wasn't taking any more guests. Anyways, but I kept telling everybody that I was staying with this person because it sounded cool. But in reality, I just slept in my car, which, yeah, was good practice, I think. Doesn't hurt to do it when you don't have to. But I also learned a lot about. Oh well. Of course, so this whole thing stems around because I have this new Droid Z. Well, the Droid Z uses USB-C, and I don't have any portable or non-AC adapter USB-Cs. So basically, I didn't have a way to charge my phone all night or all morning, except until I went to a building or something. Anyways, so I had to find my way around Charleston with no phone. And I did pretty well. I mean, luckily I'd driven around quite a bit yesterday and kind of knew where I was-ish. So then I found a McDonald's, stopped, got some coffee, charged up to about 50%, and then drove around more. Then I stopped at a Starbucks, or I changed. Oh, no, sorry. First I stopped at this place called Harris Teeter, which we don't have those. I don't know what that is, but it's like a 24-hour kind of, it looks like Publix or Earth Fare almost, but they had a Starbucks inside, but it was just like a kiosk almost. I mean, you just bought Starbucks. There was no place to sit down and charge the phone. But I changed in the parking lot there. Oh, well, and I slept in the parking lot of a hotel, which I thought was going to be a lot more sketchy than it was. I mean, there were so many lights out, like street lights, but here's what I learned. So I'm kind of jumping around because, well, I'm a little scattered this morning. But, I mean, this always going on different trips like this or doing stuff a little unknown and unplanned. Of course, I try and justify it to myself that it's practice, but I mean, I don't really like doing it because I feel inefficient and unproductive, but I mean, I guess there's something to be learned. Anyways, I went to this hotel. I can't remember what it was, but I found it just driving around. And so I kind of parked near the back, but around other cars. And what I did figure out is that, in case you can't, so my seats are, I guess they're supposed to be ergonomic for sitting. Needless to say, they do not sleep well. So I tried to sleep in the back last night. Didn't go so hot. Then what I figured out is if I sleep in my seat, lean it all the way back and sleep on my side, quite comfortable. Yeah. So I sleep for a couple hours at a time, and then I think I got up about 6, or woke up about 6, and then drove across town, and that's when I found the Harris Teeters, changed in the back of the car. Tried to go in to find a restroom and a charging station. Didn't work out. Kept driving around, found a McDonald's. That's when I stopped, charged up the phone, got some coffee, took a little chill, and then used my phone to find another Starbucks, or to find a Starbucks. But that's when I cleaned up the car, got everything organized. But then I think it would have looked weird if I would have walked in after doing that. So then, of course, I don't know why I cared, but I did. So then I left. Now I'm sitting here in the parking lot of somewhere else and just decided to chill out. Oh, and part of the reason I'm still here, because really I should just be driving home at the moment, but last night Zach said they were doing a brunch this morning, and he kind of wanted to catch up with me a little more. So, in the hopes that he contacts me, but if he didn't contact me, it's all right. he had a lot on his mind, but I did get to see him last night, so I got to catch up with him quite a bit, or a bit, and yeah, man, it was super good to see him. I'm glad I came. Anyways, oh, well, I was going to do a bunch of recordings last night to try and remember the moment, but of course I didn't have my phone. And that's why all I had yesterday was a update in the morning. But that's about it for me. I'll probably get out of here around 10ish, hopefully, depending upon when and if I go to the brunch. Otherwise, yeah, just another trip home. Man, good morning. Good day. Good weekend. Alrighty. Well, that's it. That's all I got. 11 minutes of... I got to run into Christian Powers. Met his wife. Got to chat with them a lot. Wow, it was good to see him again. Yeah, so... Alright, that's it for now. Yo, what a great day. Sort of. Let's see. Wait, did I do an update today yet? No, I don't think so. Anyways, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. When I was sitting there in the parking lot. Well, I didn't end up going to brunch with Zach and them. I can't remember if I mentioned that earlier or not. But around 9:30 or so, I just kind of decided I was going to leave so I can make it back in time for the meeting for 3:40. Most of the trip was good. I actually stopped at the same exit that I did yesterday, or 2 days ago. And, or no, yesterday. Dang, that was yesterday. Wow, what a crazy weekend. Yeah, stopped at the same exit, ate at same Taco Bell. Got Taco Bell again. Very naughty of me. Then I got gas. Then I hit the road, Joe. Hit the road. Well, once I got on the road, it was pretty smooth sailing until I got to the windings of North Carolina mountains. And then it stopped. Know what I mean? Traffic. Traffic literally stopped for 3 hours. And you know what was the worst part? The worst part? I had full bars of 4G. But there were so many other people there backed up. Service was... you just couldn't get anything. The bandwidth wasn't high enough to, I guess, try and satisfy all these people who were trying to watch YouTube all at the same time, so it was basically useless. I couldn't even send a message on Slack. I had to text Caleb and tell him that I wasn't going to make it to the meeting. And yeah, needless to say, I didn't make it to the meeting. I was supposed to get back at 4. I got back at 7:30, so that was pretty great. Rained the entire freaking time. Nasty rain, too. Nasty weather. Anyways, I listened to a couple more blockchain and Bitcoin interviews, or podcasts. Listened to a Reply All, Tim Ferriss, anything. Just a bit of all of it. Listened to a lot of music because my phone died again. I realized I tried to go to Walmart, but apparently Walmart, or this Walmart, doesn't sell USB-C. That's crazy. That's craziness. No USB-C. Anyways, so I couldn't get a car charger or a USB to USB-C to plug into my current car charger. Outrageous. Anyways, basically ran out of battery. Anyways, I've been talking to this guy Steve. He wanted to buy the keyboard, so I talked to him on Friday. I told him I'd be back Sunday night. Well, then I told him I was delayed or whatever. And then, but then I got back around 7. I was like, hey, I'm back. You can come by the house, or come by the apartment, check it out, check out the keyboard. And guess what? He just left. Sold the keyboard for $100. Cash. Took like 5 minutes. Anyways, that was freaking awesome. So that was good. Round out a great day. Yeah, I'm a little bit sad I didn't get to get any clips or any shots or recordings from last night at the wedding, but on the other hand, it was just, very intimate, I guess, very momentary. I mean, I'm so glad I went. I mean, it was such a great wedding. I mean, I got to see Zach and Christian and met a bunch of other people. I actually met a bunch of bunch of his family, I think, or a bunch of her family. Really, yeah, I got along really well with the older generation, or the wiser generation. Let's call it that. Anyways, I'm here at the apartment. I'm about to eat some beans for dinner. Scott texted me. He said he wanted me to come pick him up because he parked his car at the VFC house. And then, but he's at HSS. And so he wants me to come pick him up from HSS to take him to his car at VFC house. Sorry, Scott. I'm just probably not going to do that. Because I've already spent 9 hours in the car. And I'm already here at the house. Apartment. So, that's about it. I mean, crazy good evening and weekend. And then, yeah, back to it. Actually, this is, oh my gosh. Last week of school this week. 5 more days of college. Crazy. Alright, I'm getting a little weird, so I think it's time to get off here. Deuce.